So, I mean, I think that's a hell of a state of mind to be in, and it's 100% mindset, right?
Mhm.
And again, like with your background, the way you was growing up, and then where you are right now, how do you kind of utilize both hemispheres, right? Not being too overprotective, but being overprotective enough to let them at least know that the world is crazy out there, but take risks. So how do you take that information and how are you using that for like your family life to now? Like how are you juggling like your work life with your family life balance with that included?
Yeah, I always call it, instead of work-life balance, I call it work-life integration. They
Hmm.
have to work together, right? And this, a lot of the men that I work with one-on-one is they're out of balance, right? They don't have that integrated. It's not like it's work and it's home. And I tell them, if you look at warrior, lover, king, let's just take those three. And you got to integrate your warrior and your lover and become the king. A lot of guys can do that at work, right? Or they're just warrior at work in their business. They're just full on warrior, and that may work for them, and it gets them where they need to be. But you can't do that at home. You can't be a warrior at home, boss your wife around, boss your kids around. The flip side of that is you can't be full on warrior or king at work, come home and just be like lover all the time, because that gets perceived as weak. There's got to be that leadership, that guardianship, that feeling, I tell guys, of safety and security that comes from the warrior. But they also want to feel loved and appreciated and adored and all of that. So you got to balance those two. And that's what we work to do. And that's the king.
Hmm.
So for me, it's always been really looking at that all the time. Am I coming from my warrior, leading from my warrior,
Hmm.
and supporting with my lover in both sides of my life, with my business, with my clients, with people that I meet for the first time, with my family, with my girlfriend, with even her kids, right? Am I showing up, leading as the warrior, and really fully supporting my lover? And as long as you can get into that, you can integrate the both sides of your life. And when I do these workshops and talks, I've had it, especially from women. I'm doing another talk coming up here soon. And it was someone hired me who was an attendee at one that I gave. And she said, that warrior, lover, king. And when I do it with women, it's warrior, lover, king, or queen, depending if it's a mixed group. She said, I started using that immediately. And she goes, what I loved about it was I use it at my office and I use it at home with my family. And it works just as well. And I don't have to be different people. I can be different versions slightly, but I can still just be the queen at work and be the queen at home. And it works. So that to me is, work life that balances it. If you integrate it, that balances it. And you can be in integrity all the time and be the same person. And that's really what we want to strive for, right? Not changing this, getting into this one, getting into that one. I think that's what really works for a lot of people, especially the ones that I work with. I get to see the example, the result of doing that. But